Howdy everyone, welcome back to our channel again today. And in today's video, it is a part of my decluttering cleaning video, kinda, sorta. And this is the project. It is way over time for me to change the aluminum covering on my stove. Now I cover the complete top of the stove with aluminum and the little fire plates that go on it, those little parts right there. I cover them, and as you can see from over here, it's pretty well dirty. It needs to be changed. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I've already taken everything that was on top of there off and put it in the sink so I can wash it and scrub everything down and clean all the oil off it. And now step by step, I'm going to pull this aluminum foil off and scrub everything underneath the aluminum foil, and then replace the aluminum foil with new aluminum foil. And I do realize that I'm saying aluminum foil a lot of times, but that's what it's going to be all about. Okay, now looking underneath, I have removed the cover off of my griddle. This stove comes with a built-in griddle, which I have used, but I don't use a whole lot. So I will lift it up and see if there's anything underneath it. And if there's not anything built up underneath it, this is clean enough that it can go back just exactly like it is. Now here you can see underneath, it's pretty clean. This part right here is where the mice have got up on my stove and chewed on it. But everything else looks pretty clean. So I think what I'll do is just take a brush and kind of wipe that out. And I don't think I'll need to replace that. I might. If I do, I'll show you when I replace it. All right, here's what that section looks like with the griddle off. And as you can see, I removed that piece. I thought that piece was attached, but it was separate. So I'm going to go ahead and change the aluminum foil out on it as well. Okay, I have removed all the aluminum foil from the top. So now it is just a matter of scrubbing this clean and replacing it. Okay, so here is one of the burner covers before I have scrubbed it and cleaned it. It's not real dirty because the aluminum foil that I had on really helps. But this is what it looks like before I scrub it down. And here's what it looks like after I've scrubbed it clean. Now I hope when I put these back on there that it kind of rotates and they don't go back on the same spot. That way they can all be used evenly, because some of these are in really bad shape because that stove is old. And I doubt very seriously if I could find any of these to replace because the stove is so old. Maybe if I went to a salvage yard or a scrap yard or something, they had some old stoves in there, I might. But putting aluminum foil on it's going to help it to last longer. But I'm hoping that when I put them back on there, they go in different spots. I didn't label them, so I'm not going to know. Okay, here is the top, and I've cleaned it as best as I can. I did lift this thing up and clean around the edges. I wish that I had some kind of a little vacuum cleaner so I could get these little pieces out of here, but I don't. Y'all remember back in the day when they had that thing called a dust buster? That's what I need. Or a shop vac with a long hose where I could get that out. But I've scrubbed everything off and cleaned this up as good as it's going to get. And these spots you see right here, that's not dirt or burnt food. That's where the enamel has actually wore off over the years of using it. And I don't know if I could get some kind of enamel stove paint to touch it up. Do you know, does anyone watching know if they sell such a thing as stove enamel? And if they do, I will buy some of that, and then next time I take it apart to clean it, I can touch these spots up. Now, at one time, I touched them up with some white nail polish, and that did a pretty good job on the surface. But if you look here, see how brown that is? That's what happens with the nail polish after you cook on it. And I did try scrubbing that, and it just won't come off. I mean, I might try on a little bit more here in a minute, but I wanted to show y'all what I got done so far. So on to the next step. I have this heavy-duty, extra-wide aluminum foil, and that's what I'm going to use to cover it. I just hope that I've got enough in there to wrap the whole stove, because that's what I used the last time I did it. I will start with the left side because this is the side that I use the most as far as cooking, the left side. This side over here basically is for storage. I rarely use these burners. So I will start over here, and then that way if I don't have enough to do the entire stove, at least I'll have the area that I cook on the most covered up. Okay, here is the left side. And I think I got it wrapped pretty good. Now what I did down here, I left a little extra hanging over here and over here. And I lifted it up. And then I folded that back. As you can see right here, I folded that up underneath there and crimped it along the edge of my stove. So it's going to hold it on there real tight. Let me see if I can get over here and show it. You see over here? I did the same thing here. I lifted it up and I folded that under. As you can see back here, it can't go any underneath there because that's the back part of the stove right there. Here is left side with the burner covers cut out. Now each time I clean this stove, I learn a little bit more about a better way of doing it and how to do it faster. This time I learned that when you do these burners, if you make a slit like an X across here and lift those up and then make slits in each of those prongs and cut the tips off, you can fold it under there a lot easier. And then what I did was I just raised the lid up and I went around them on the inside like this and just kind of pressed them up against there. And that's how I got that on. Okay, here is the center part. Now, as predicted, I did not have enough aluminum foil to go all the way over on this side. I do have at least one roll, I think, of the small aluminum foil, but I'm going to use that to cover my burners. And then I've still got to cover the griddle. So I'm going to have to I may not cover any more on this because like I said, I just use this for storage. There's no grease or oil or anything going to get over here. And because this goes far enough over here, anything that spills onto this and spills over won't go any further than that. And I saved the piece that I cut out of the middle of the grill to use to wrap my burner plates. Okay, here's what I did to the other side. I ended up using the regular aluminum foil, and I don't cut these burners open because, like I said, I don't use these. This is basically storage on this side of my stove. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take the aluminum foil off this griddle burner thing and replace it. Okay, here is the griddle cover, and I've washed it and cleaned it and dried it, and here's what it looks like now. Okay, this is it back in the stove, and I think I'm not even going to open this part up because I haven't used that griddle in years. So if there comes a time when I feel like I want to use it, all I got to do is take my scissors and just cut out around this little circle here, like right to there, and then I'll be able to use the griddle. Okay, so here's the burner in it, and here's the griddle. I forgot about the little grease trap here. And here's the griddle back in place. Then we have the griddle cover. There's a lot of pieces to this stove. This is a job that I don't like doing because it does take a little bit of time to do, but I'm always happy when I get it done. So here's what the dirty griddle looks like. Okay, so here is the clean griddle cover, all washed up, clean and dried. And there is the griddle cover back on top of the griddle. And I am now out of aluminum foil, which that's kind of strange for me because I usually always keep a backup roll or two in the house somewhere, and I can't find any. So I won't be able to wrap my burner covers or anything else until I get to the store. Here's how it looks so far. And like I say, these are not going to get covered with aluminum foil until I can get to the store and get some. So they will just have their covers on them like this. Here's what the burners look like without the aluminum. I really wish that I could find some new burner covers, but I don't know how I could do that. I've looked online to see if I could order some, and they want the model number of the stove, and I can't find it anywhere on here. So I'm assuming that it's back behind that burner, back on that back wall. And I'm scared to pull this stove out because it is a gas stove. And I'm afraid if the tubing to it is old and maybe on the point of rusting, it'll break. Then I'll have a gas leak. All right, here's what my stovetop looks like completed. Now there is another burner cover to that one, but I don't know where I put it. It's in here somewhere because I took it off when I was cleaning. It's not down in the sink water, so it's somewhere laid down here in this kitchen somewhere. I found it. So that's going to be it for this video. I'm pretty much done with everything that I can do on it. Now my next project is in the oven. There's some aluminum foil in the bottom that I want to take out. And I actually need to clean the oven, but I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. So I'm going to say bye for this one. Remember, your life is very short. Make it the absolutely best that you can. And y'all come back and see us now any old time. Bye for this one. Before I leave, I want to just give you a little bit of information about the cleaning. It took a total of 1 hour and 17 minutes to do what I did do. Now, you do know that I didn't wrap those last 2 burner covers because I ran out of aluminum foil. That would have took another probably extra 10 minutes to wrap them. I took 2 breaks because once I had to stop and feed the dogs, and 2, I had to stop and eat for myself, and 3, I took little breaks. I mean, one of the breaks was when I stopped to feed me and the dog. And the other breaks, there might have been 3 breaks. And that was because I worked from 8:30 to 8:40. I took a break. Then I came back at 10:18 and worked. Then I took a break. Then I come back at 11:14 and worked. And then I was finished. So you do the math. Anyway, I got down 2 breaks. It was probably 3 breaks. Took me 1 hour and 17 minutes. In reality, it'd probably take me 1.5 hours to do this job. But as I've said before, I'm always very happy when it's done. And I won't have to do it again probably for another 6 months. I usually do this twice a year. And then that keeps it fresh. So now I got to go to the store and replace my aluminum foil. So I'm really going this time. Bye, y'all. Thanks for watching.